Hello JJ family, welcome back to the yoga mat and welcome to your heart chakra yoga practice to strengthen and soften this energetic center. Before we begin, I want to touch on why I chose this practice. So in Dr. Brené Brown's work, if you're familiar with her, in her book Braving the Wilderness, she has a chapter titled Soft Front, Strong Back, Wild Heart. I'm not sure if it's in that order. But she talks about how the only way we can have a soft front, the only way that we can de-armor is if we have a strong back supporting us. But what stands in the way from a strong back is something she calls the P's, something I really resonate with. And those P's are perfection, proving, pleasing, pretending, and performing. When any of those are in motion, they hinder our ability to strengthen our back and thus soften our front. This is also it's so easily brought into the chakra system and our chakra yoga practices because the heart chakra has both of these qualities as well. We need the strength and the softness for alignment and balance. So this practice is here to support you in aligning your heart chakra. It's here to support you in strengthening your back, but also softening your front. And it's also here to support you to loosen the grip of any of those P's if you feel like they have a hold on your life right now. I'm not recommending any props, just you yourself and your yoga mat. The entire practice will be mostly lying down, so that's nice. But one more thing before we begin, if you are new here, if you're new to our JJ family, take a moment to head to the description below and check out the 3 handcrafted yoga workshops I have available for you. These are yoga journeys that are tailored for the beginner, someone who's looking for strength or spirituality. It's the best of my work, and it serves the purpose of evolving your yoga practice, of introducing you to me as a teacher, and then of course welcoming you to our community. So please choose one that interests you and you think will support your yoga practice. Okay. With that said, please unroll your mat and let's begin this heart chakra yoga practice to strengthen and soften this energetic center.
Lightning strikes by my window, hits my chest right in the morning, like a warning.
All right, to begin this class, meet me in Child's Pose Balasana. I'm suggesting the wide-legged variation for this Child's Pose. So knees wide, big toes together or close towards one another. Walk those hands out in front of you. Find extension, extension, and then soften the chest and the forehead down to the earth plane. Take a moment to connect with this moment and welcome yourself into your body. An intention I'd love to set with you for this practice is I love myself and I accept myself. I love myself and I accept myself. And so with those intentions guiding our awareness, breathe into your heart chakra here. Breathe into your chest cavity. Last breath here. And coming up into a tabletop position, let's thread the needle. So inhale that left arm high to the sky and exhale to thread it through. Left hand reaches as the left ear comes down to the mat. The right hand can stay right by the face or it can extend out in front of you. Breathe here. Breathe into the back of your heart chakra. So imagining that you're inhaling through the back and exhaling through the front. And if your hand is extended, Slide it back towards your face, push into the earth, lift on up, and switch. Inhale that right arm high. Exhale to sweep it through. Right ear comes down to the mat. That left hand can stay by the face, or you can extend it forward. Check in with your hips. Are they fully swayed over to the left? Can you center them over your mat in this, center them with your pelvis, yeah? And then again, breathe through the back and exhale through the front. And slide the left hand back towards your face if you had it extended. Firm the core as you push into the earth and rise up to tabletop pose. Moving through 3 rounds or 3 to 5 rounds of cat-cow pose. So inhaling to drop the belly, soften the chest, extend. Exhaling to round the back, relax head and neck. Inhaling to extend. Exhaling, round. Inhale, extend. I accept myself. I love myself. Keeping that in your awareness. Inhaling. And exhaling. Last time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Coming into puppy pose, Anahatasana. So walk your knees back a bit and then extend your hand as far forward as you can, keeping the hips aligned over the knees. Reach with a big step, reach with another big step, and soften the chest down towards the earth. You can come to your forehead or your chin. We'll take 5 breaths here. Last breath. And hinge forward now onto your forearms, bringing the belly all the way down, coming into Sphinx Pose. So aligning the elbows either underneath or slightly forward of the shoulders. Wrists are elbow width distance. Pushing down through the arms to lift the chest and spread through the collarbone. And gently firming the legs and the core and setting the sacrum down. So breathe here for 5. And now curl the toes under and prepare to lift up into forearm plank. So I know we've been really gentle, but let's bring some strength in. So using your hands, then lift the belly, firm the core, the hips, the thighs, the knees, and rise up into forearm plank. Bringing yourself into a long line of energy, really sending the upper back up where your heart chakra is as you knit the ribs in. Gaze ever so slightly forward. And take 5 more breaths with me. And soften everything back down. Knees, thighs, hips, belly. Lower all the way down to the earth plane. Forehead relaxes. Send the hands back. Backs of the hands to the mat. Moving through a locust pose sequence. So firm the whole body. And on an inhale, just lift your chest. Inhale, rise up. Just the chest. Send the shoulders back. Core is supporting you. Lucky supporting me. Breathe here. And lower down. This time, let's lift the legs only. So keep the hands and the forehead down on the earth plane and lift the legs. Inhale. Legs lift. And lower the legs. Whew. Alrighty, this time we'll lift the chest and the legs. Inhale breath. Once you firm the body, lift up. And lower down. This time we'll lift everything. So here we go. Firm the body. Inhale, rise up. And lower down. Stack the hands in front of you. Forehead rest. Shimmy the hips. Beautiful. Coming into a belly shoulder stretch. Extend the left hand straight out from the shoulder socket. Tense up onto the right hand as you roll over onto the right hip and place the left foot on the ground. Please don't go too far. If you need to, roll back forward and breathe for 5 here. And roll back onto your belly, nice and slow, and move to the other side. Extend the right hand, tent up onto the left hand, and roll onto your right hip as the left foot plants down. Head and neck relax. Take 5 breaths here. And roll back onto the belly. Make your way up to a seated posture for a moment of reflection before we seal this practice. So coming into Sukhasana, easy pose, or whatever feels good for you. Maybe you want to lie down right now and not come up to a seated pose at all. You can choose what's best for you. If you are in a seated posture, bring your hands to your heart and feel that pulsation. And if you know that you have a deficient heart chakra, so maybe you have trouble loving yourself and accepting yourself, and you have trouble maybe in your relationships, there's any kind of constraint or restraint. I mean, who doesn't? You can breathe in through the back of your heart chakra like we did earlier. So inhaling through the back and exhaling through the front. This would be a heart chakra that's in deficiency. If you feel like your heart chakra might be in excess, maybe you're highly attached in your relationships, or you feel like your chest is very puffed up, you can breathe in through the front and exhale through the back. So try that, try both, and then take a minute with me to choose one. I like to breathe in, inhaling through my back and exhaling through my front. Wherever you are, please say one more time with me, I accept myself and I love myself. Open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me in this heart chakra yoga practice to strengthen and soften. Please return back to this practice anytime you feel like you can't connect, right? Because if we can't connect, then the front is armored and the back is no longer supporting us. So come back to this practice and revisit it and nurture yourself, nurture this energetic center. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. I'll meet you back here, of course, to keep living our journey. And if you're new here, remember, please choose one of those yoga workshops. This is Lucky, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the mat. Lucky, stop biting me. Enough. No, no biting. You're no biting zone. This is a heart chakra zone. You don't bite. No. I don't know any French. I took 8 years of it. Go. Stop biting the microphone. Ow. Lucky is very bitey right now.